Hello everyone. So my director is asking me to brief our followers in regard to an initiative, a campaign that we started on Mchanga for Kenyan funds, and it's going to be on global giving for international fund base, and we call it a Club 10 initiative. So Club 10 initiative is a campaign that is run by Hifadhi Africa, that we solicit their opinions from people and ask them, you are following Hifadhi Africa, you are loving our work, you are following us on social media, probably you've interacted with our staff and our work, maybe you know somebody that we've supported, maybe you are a beneficiary of our work. You know, you could be a mother there who is currently accessing water from our sun dams, student that we gave scholarship, a teacher that we took to Taita Taveta for STEM training, a teenage mother that we returned back to school. I mean, you could be a beneficiary of our initiative, and you've never, either because of the nature of our work or our inability to understand, being a young organization and all this, we've never given you the opportunity to really support our work. So you've been on the receiving end, you've been just on the fence following us, but you've never participated in donating to Hifadhi Africa the way you would have wished. And so we ask our people, could it be, could you consider donating to Hifadhi Africa? Is it something that you will want to engage in? Is it something that excites you? And people are like, we would love to, because we follow your work, we know what you're doing, we love your work, and we love the way you're doing it, and we feel that we just stand by us, like we're not participating in it, and so we would love to. So we had feedback, and we created the initiative. But then also we enhanced it with the information that we had, knowing that right now it's COVID time, it's a corona globally. Economical indicators are showing that people do not have the resources now, or people are assuming more responsibilities than before because of the situation. And people may not really, while they love to, they may not really have the resources to donate to Hifadhi Africa. And so what we did was, and also this is a barrier also that probably was preventing us before, because what we will do is we will go to US, UK and other countries to seek support to come and do implementation and our empowerment work in Kenya, but we've never engaged the Kenyans because of the understanding that they may not really have the kind of resources to initiate this work. And so we said, how about we create a situation where somebody is donating 10 shillings, just 10 shillings, 10 shillings per month to Hifadhi Africa. In a year, you will have given to Hifadhi Africa 120 shillings. 120 shillings may seem so small, but it may allow so many people, because of the COVID situation, unemployment right now in Kenya, especially among young people, is so high. Dependency rate in Kenya is so high. I mean, there are so many reasons. And this may be something that may excite people to donate and allow people to donate at the pace they can, and without affecting people's finances and other responsibilities. And so we initiated, that's why we call it Club 10. Club 10 for reason one, because it's the amount that you're donating to Hifadhi Africa per month, but also number two, because it is the number of years remaining, or 2030, when United Nations, the United Community, say that we need to end water poverty, and we need to ensure that every household has a dignified access to dignified toilet. So those are the goals that have been set by the global community. But as it is, so many of the communities that we work with do not have toilets. I mean, a whole school, we just fundraised to construct a whole school. We just completed the construction of a toilet just at a primary school where over 300 pupils did not have a place to go. Girls and teachers do not have a place to go and to call toilet, basically. Whether they are changing their diapers, whether they are changing their sanitary napkins, whether they are just going, to relieve themselves, there is no toilet. And so Club 10 is a nod to our goal as a global community to achieve those goals that had been set. And so we launched it on Mchanga Online. It's an online platform in Kenya, and people are donating. We are grateful to those people who are donating, continue donating. We've raised $2,020 so far from, I think, so many of you. And our intention is to have those money and to buy sanitary girl kits, sanitary napkins, sanitary pads to the class of 2020 that are going to join Form 1 this year. So we are going to buy as many sanitary pads as we can from the amount and distribute to those girls who are joining Form 1 this year, I think July. And so between now and July, we are calling out Kenyans to go to Mchanga and donate. Go to Hifadhi Africa page, Facebook page, and even on this YouTube, probably we are going to share the link to those, to the fundraising campaign. Donate there 10 bob, 50 bob, 100 shillings, whatever you can afford. So that is a campaign that we are running right now in Kenya. But also we are initiating a $10 per month campaign for the same reason on our global giving platform. And we are intending to have the resources to go towards access to hygiene, access to sanitation in schools at a personal level, at a household level. And we will be updating members from period to period. For example, if you contributed from March to July, your money will go into distribution of sanitary pads, depending on how we'll raise, and we will communicate so and so who contributed this period. This is what you've done. These are the videos and the photos. We will do project reports so that members can follow our progress in regard to that project, and members can be proud of their contribution. You see, if I have 50 shillings, it may not be enough for me to provide water to our household. But if 50 of us have 50 shillings, and then we pull these resources together, we can deliver water to a mother who does not have that access, or sanitary pads to children who are joining Form 1 and they do not have those needs. And we will have done so much to them. And we'll have been proud knowing that toilet, we are the one who constructed, that water tank, we are the one who repaired, that sandam, we are the one who constructed, that water piping system in the community, we are the one who repaired. I mean, these are the things that we can do together. We may not be able to do as individuals, but when we put resources, regardless of how small they look, we will be able to achieve. Now, we have list of beneficiaries, list of advantages of being a Club 10 member, whether you are local or foreigner. And I don't have the list right now, but we've shared, but I'm just going to mention. One of them is, so one of the things that Hifadhi Africa does is we have list of our donor base, and we have people who've donated to us 10 million, 5 million, 3 million, large amounts, and we're grateful for that. And normally we respect them, we share our annual reports to them, we share individual project reports, we share photos, we share basically evidences. We are very transparent in our process to ensure that our donors are happy, because they mean a lot to us. They basically allow us to be in this work. Okay, so the same treatment and approach that we have to our donors is the same approach that we are going to have for Club 10 members. And members will be featured on our annual reports. Members will be benefiting from our newsletter circulation, our email circulation. We'll be calling them, we'll be WhatsApping them to give them update of our initiative. When we go to field, for example, Marsabit, we'll let them know that we are going to Marsabit, we're going to sponsor this number of children, we're going to distribute this number of products or whatever we'll be doing. And so they know, they follow the process. Okay, so those are some of the advantages that members who participate, who contribute to Hifadhi Africa Club 10 campaign are going to benefit from. But more importantly, and this is so personal to me, is we will have, as a community of Club 10, we will have demonstrated that together, a union of people with the same passion, vision, can achieve results, can drive change in a community. I think this is the outlying message that we will have achieved if we are able to do this successfully. That so many people can come together, read from the same script, have the same aspirations to change lives, to transform lives, and do them together as a community. I don't know what you would call that. I don't know, you call that giving back to your community. I don't know what you call that word. And this particular community of Club 10 are not even only Kenyans. When I say those who are in Kenya, our Kenyan fan base, it doesn't mean that they are Kenyans. They are foreigners in Kenya. They live in Kenya. They've been in Kenya forever. They have the opportunity to support Hifadhi Africa. There are people outside Kenya that they are supporting our initiatives. And so this is a global community coming together for a specific goal, access to clean water and sanitation for all. And so I'm very proud of this campaign. It's a very emotional engagement that we're going to have moving forward. Probably 5 years from now, we'll talk about it. Our experiences in regards to the journey and everything. But also more importantly, in my position, I know a couple of things. The first one is that COVID-19 has not only affected our finances and our, everything around us. It's also affected how NGOs are fundraising, funding towards especially local NGOs that depends on support from donors and from individuals, and they may not even have that long list of donors. And one of those organizations is Hifadhi Africa. We don't have so many people supporting our project. We just have few people who they know us, they understand us, they appreciate us, they've been supporting us, and we're very grateful. But now they have other responsibilities because some of them, because of the COVID, their own communities in their own countries are affected, and they're channeling their resources to support those, their neighbors, their distant relatives, their immediate relatives, and all these things. And so they no longer have the resources to focus on international aid. And so that's changing the fundamental of our fundraising. And not only now, it's going to be a more pressing issue into the coming years. And organizations that recognize that are already putting measures in place to adapt. Otherwise, some organizations are going to close shop. And so one of the things that Club 10 initiative, regardless of how small it may look, that is doing to Hifadhi Africa is it's opening our minds and giving us possibilities in regard to building our own ground base in Kenya and globally of champions, people, sustainable leaders who are willing to commit to a cause at a very minimized price. $10, 10 shillings. Okay? And so in the next 10 years, in the next 8 years, in the next 5 years, if we do this correct, Hifadhi Africa may have literally, Hifadhi Africa may have changed the dynamics of how NGOs, non-profits, and especially African-based non-profit fundraise, and will fundraise forever. Forever. And so what we are asking of you and what we are doing is so pioneering in the charity sector that we may be in the verge of literally changing the sector as we know it when it comes to resource mobilization and fundraising. And so I'm hoping that you feel what I'm feeling, you see what I'm seeing, and you committed to this the way I am, and you're going to donate your 10 shillings just the same way I'm going to donate my 10 shillings. And I have. And some of you have. Okay? And so we're calling, upon our beneficiaries to lead communities that we've done work. I mean, we are taking a lot of money, millions of money, to construct sand dams, to do farming, to restock chicken, goats, all these things. And it will just touch us amazingly if we can go somewhere and find women groups and say, Collins and Hifadhi Africa, because of what you've done to us and sponsoring our children, each one of us have donated 120 shillings, which is equivalent to what? 1.2 cents, $1.2, $1.20 to Hifadhi Africa, so that you will have the resources to go do the same sand dam to another village and support those women in that particular village. We have done this so that you are going to build toilet to our children in the other village school. And it will just be a movement of people who care about others as they receive their own blessings. And so I'm very proud of what the team came up with, and we are going to tirelessly push this and share this and hope that you will participate. We look forward, and we are keeping a database of those people who are donating, and we will be sending thank you letters, thank you emails, cards and just things, and even posting we'll probably be giving airtime and other things that we can. Okay, so appreciate that. Cheers to Club 10 members.